Welcome back to Explain the Charts. Today, May 16th, 2025, we're diving deep into Microsoft MSFT stock. We'll be looking at recent news and performing an in-depth chart analysis to determine the best course of action. First, let's recap the latest headlines. Citigroup raised its price target for Microsoft, suggesting significant upside. However, layoffs are also occurring, creating a mixed sentiment. Azure's strong growth and AI investments are positive drivers, but capacity constraints and broader market uncertainties exist. The market is digesting the impacts of Trump's tariffs and a potential unbundling of teams, creating volatility. Now, let's transition to the charts to see how these events are reflected in MSFT's price action. Looking at the daily chart, we can see how Microsoft has moved since January 2024, after the surge to 400, back down to a floor of 375 around March. We see a steady rise through mid-2024, but also volatility. Tariff news and inflation concerns have been causing market whiplash. Look for any similar patterns or catalysts. The long-term trend has generally been upward, which could justify the Citigroup upgrade. However, be aware of resistance in the 450 to 456 range, going back to mid-2024. A breakout above that could signal continued bullishness. This has proven to be a tough area to stay above consistently. Now, let's switch to the 1-hour chart to examine more recent price action. Here's where we can see more short-term volatility and how it relates to today's date, May 16th, 2025. We should narrow down this chart to look at what happened in May 2025. The high was near 456, but the stock struggled to stay there. On the 1-hour chart, we see we've been hovering around 450 all week. And today, we dipped to 448, then up to 453, and are now around 453 again. Let's zoom in to see that. This shows shorter-term price fluctuations and volatility. The price movements are likely a reaction to the mixed news environment, with price targets clashing with layoffs. The overall sentiment still looks bullish for a breakout if it can get and stay above 456, which has been trouble for some time. However, a drop below 445 could signal a move to lower supports. Now let's check the 15-minute chart for even more granularity on today's trading. Here, the intraday volatility is even more evident. We can see the fluctuations around the 453 price level. Keep an eye on immediate support around 450 and resistance near 456. This volatility reflects the uncertainty in the market right now. If we see a decisive break above 456 with strong volume on this chart, we can be confident in the long-term price target upgrade of 540. Otherwise, expect further chop. The most recent candle suggests consolidation around 453. If the volume increases, look for an eventual direction soon. In summary, Microsoft presents a mixed bag of news and technical signals. Citigroup's price target suggests a potential long-term upside, but the market may be more bearish in the short term. Key price levels to watch are 456 as resistance and 450 as support. A decisive break above resistance would likely embolden the bulls, while a sustained drop below support suggests a potential for more downside pressure. Keep an eye on news developments regarding tariffs and AI infrastructure plans, as these will have a material impact. Thanks for watching Explain the Charts. Trade safely and good luck!